Hopefully we're all having lots of fun this evening. It is... Oh my. I hope that's just on my iPad, because I just saw a bunch of graphical distortions. That scares me. Oh god, okay, hold on. That scares me. Oh god, is that really what everybody's seeing? Oh god, it's... No. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay, you're scaring me. You're scaring me, Twitch. Don't scare me, man. I can't play if it keeps going green. Look, I know that everybody wants to go green, but you can't do that to me. It scares me like that. You scare me. My weak heart, they can't take it extra gay. It's not extra gay, okay? Okay, I don't know why my iPad keeps going green. Oh god. Oh no. Oh my. I don't know why that keeps happening. See, I'm gonna have to rely on Mr. Falconman to tell me if I'm actually going green or not. We have to make sure that we're being what's the word? Environmentally conscious here. Now, the thing is, what Fokker doesn't know is that so getting the balls touched twice. Oh, only twice? Man, that's not that gay. That's only really gay. I received a new book in the mail today, and I'm very excited about it. It's going to be a book that I'm going to barely understand. It's going to be called Von Kriege. Von Kriege. By Karl von Clausewitz. Ah, yes. I am very excited to read that book. I'm very excited, actually. A Finnish university study just proved that EVs have a bigger carbon footprint than ICE vehicles. And yet, by the year 2035, you won't be able to buy them. EVs are better for the environment. EVs are going to have this, that, and the other. EVs are all this. EVs are all that. But don't worry. We're going to shove them down your fucking throat. Because it's good for me. When I say me, I mean, you know, the government mostly. But I mean, we can talk about EVs. I really don't want to because I fucking hate them. Essentially, it's an RV car. RV cars are fine if that's all it is. But it's not an RV car. It is... EVs suffer from the same problem that modern software has. You don't own it. You pretend that you do, but you don't. Because at any point in time, the manufacturer, if told by the US government, or any government for that matter, to turn your car off, it can. I've told this to people and they look at me like I'm insane, and I go, no, you don't understand. This has happened. Someone has had a car, and the US government said, this person is a federal criminal, turn that car off. They do, and there's nothing you can do about it. There is no one you can go to. There's no one you can reach out to. There is no one you can contact. There's no way to prove that you are not a criminal. They can just turn it off. This is the problem that I have with modern EVs. If they did not have these kills, and by the way, this is also in ICE vehicles too, but you can get around it in the ICE engine. You can get there are ways to get around it if you really, really want to. But in modern EVs, this is a standard setup. On every single one of them, this is the case. I think when the Tesla first came out, one of the first big red flags that some tech YouTuber saw was this kill switch. And he turned it off. And it voided his warranty. Like, nope, you shut this thing down. You literally burned it out of the board. So therefore, your warranty is invalid. And he's like, I don't want you to shut my car off. And they go, it's a key part of the vehicle. You can't tell us we can't do it. And so, again, I'm not really a big fan of Teslas. I'm not a big fan of those. That's why my car, I will never upgrade it. I would rather rebuild the car from scratch because it doesn't have that crap in it. It's on Southern Old Grove, Warwick Street, between Hillside Street and Warwick Street between Seaside Street and Hillside Street. I'm not sure I understand what this is trying to tell me because there's nothing, these don't cross. So I'll throw that right there. But yeah, no, don't get me started on the freaking ice vehicles because I hate that crap. I hate them so much, and the fact that everybody's moving towards them, I think Toyota is going to be the only car manufacturer that's going to have any like real market value in the near future. I think that you're going to see a massive depression in ice vehicles after a while because as soon as the cost of those vehicles starts to become obvious, unless the batteries themselves become so hot swappable and so cheap that you can get rid of them at will, I don't see that EVs will actually replace ICE engines. I see hybrids taking the place of ICE engines, and I don't even like hybrids that much either. There are at least 3 other ways you can run a car that I can think of off the top of my head, and all 3 of those different versions have all been shut down by the U.S. government and other governments around the world. It's not that the government hates oil; they do. But that's not the reason they don't want you to use it. It's because you can actually refine it and get it somewhere else, and you can make your car run off other stuff. ICE engines can be converted to other stuff very easily. EVs are not. There's proprietary software and hardware, and then that makes it to where you can't do that. Oh, Lumber Street, between Hillog Street and Bullock Street. Bullock Street. Bullock Street, Bullock Street. Where's Bullock Street? It's Lumber Street between Helog and Bullock. Where's Bullock? Oh, right here. So, right here. Okay. Or, yeah, right there. Myth shouts into the void. I'm the only one listening. That's fine. Look, I'm okay with that. I just started the evening, so I really don't care. And look, look, I don't mind having a conversation. Even if it's just us, man. I don't care. I recognize this game is not very scary. That's fine. This is a game I've been wanting to play for a while. Baker, Ward, and Ibon Streets. Plus, like, I've been streaming for what, like... It's been 8 minutes. You know, usually people don't start showing up till about 15, 20 minutes in. And I'm not saying it's a lot of people. And the void shouts back. That's fine, look. The weakest fucking Halloween yet, and after such a good start. Well, look, do y'all want to buy something else? Y'all throw something at me and I'll be able to download it right now. I got a gig download speeds. Throw me a key and I'll buy it, and I'll play it. This is what I got right now. And by the way, what Hitler games can I find on Steam? Well, most of them involve him having sex with animals, so there's that. Western Reed Heights. Oh, this is Eastern. Western. The crossing of Baker, Ward. Aha! Ward Street. Right here. Bam! Right there. Boom! Do you hear the voices too, my dear? And the answer is yes. But I'm not gonna lie to you, there's one thing I hate about Halloween. It is this incessant playing of "This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we call home, it's but a pumpkin song." I hate that song. I despise that song. I hate it. It's a nice little place they got there. Wow, that's a lot of... Is that supposed to be firewood? It's a lot of firewood. It's a lot of firewood. And how are you tonight, Austin? How are you tonight, Fogger? Hopefully you're doing well. Everyone hails to the Pumpkin King. Yes. Oh, Austin, I'm going to hurt you. Oh, I heard the sound of unhappiness. Excuse me, sir. I hear the sound of slithering unhappiness. We're not going to do that here, okay? We're not going to do that here. I like that song. See, this is the thing. It's catchy. I just get tired of it. And everyone loves Nightmare Before Christmas, and I'm not a huge fan. And I think it's everybody's absolute enjoyment of that song. This is Tim Burton-esque. If you want me to play it, you can get it for me and I'll play it. But like, wow, that is holy crap, dude. A bloody knife in a sink that looks like somebody trying to gouge their teeth out. And somebody who had horrible Indian food for dinner. Oh, Mr. Bigley, the pipes are calling. Oh, the pipes are calling. I think you will recall that I have expressed concern about the drains in my bathroom numerous times over the last month. Obviously, rattles, clunks, and gurgles are of no concern to you, as you are yet to make a single visit despite your assurances. But what about the voices, Mr. Bigley? Will they be enough to get your wrench in hand? Well, it's too late. No amount of tinkering or nut tightening can take back the offer they've made. How can I refuse? They say all I have to do is come down and join them. They've shown me a way. I don't like it or understand it, but they say that they've done it before many times. I just need a sharp knife. I will join them piece by piece, and when I'm all gone up here, I will be whole again down there. Whole and glorious. I am nervous, but they have assured me that said, you assured me too. No, I have no choice. They have offered immortality, ecstasy, and secrets unbound. But best of all, Mr. Bigley, the pipes are silent down there. I have been assured. Good Lord. Wow. Okay. So that man carved himself into pieces and flushed himself down the toilet. I mean, if that's not Halloween, I don't know what is, but that's certainly freaking metal. That's, wow. I mean, Western Reed Heights. Aha! Washington Street between Ivan Street and Oak Street, which I don't think is that far from here. Ivan Street and Oak Street. Ivan Street and Oak Street. Although the music's off. Oh, Ivan Street and Oak Street. Oak Street, Oak Street, Oak Street, Oak Street, Oak Street. Ivan Street and Oak Street. Where's Oak Street? Washington Street. There we go. Between Ivan Street and Oak Street. There we go. Bam! Northern Grimhaven Bay. At the corner of Hubert and Whisper. Hubert. Hubert. Where are you, Hubert? Where are you, Liebchen? And how are you today, Austin? Hopefully you and Fokker are doing well. And why? Okay, so explain to me why you like that song, Austin. Explain. I need someone to explain to me why they like that song. It's catchy. I'll give you that. It is catchy. Hubert and Whisper Street. Where the hell is Hubert? I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that movie. It's not that it's terrible. It's not that it's a bad movie. I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I think I just hate Christmas songs, so it offsets Miranda. You mean Mariah Carey or Miranda Carey? I've never heard of Miranda Carey. Ah, Hubert Avenue. So right there. Great. Last one. Western Coverside. The corner of Tanner Street and Old Church Road. Aha, here's Old Church Road. Tanner Street, Tanner Street, Tanner Street. Tanner Street, Tanner Street, Tanner Street. This is Tanner Street, this is Tanner Street, Tanner Street, Tanner Street, Tanner Street, Tanner Street. Tanner Street, Tanner Street, I will find the Tanner Street. Where's Tanner Street? Freedom Avenue. Dude, this game without music is really weird. It's very quiet. Alright. Western Coverside. Corner of Tanner Street and Old Church Road. It's a corner. It should just be on the avenue. It should just be right on the road. Oh, that's right here. It's okay, so it's literally right there. Okay. Alright, let's go look at the ones that's closest to me. Terrible Fetus. Have I done that one yet? To be fair, it should be easy to find Tanner Street. Just follow your nose to the smell of shit and brains. You're not wrong. Southern Advent. Purity Road between St. Michael's Road and Powerhouse Road. Powderhouse Road. Ah, there's that. Powderhouse Road. That's on Purity Road between Purity Road between St. Michael's Street. So right here. Oh, that one's gone. Okay, that works. The closest thing is that one, I guess. Do I have to go back to talk to this guy now? A delicate matter. Oh, they change based on what I've selected. Okay, that makes sense. All right, well, I'm not gonna go and shoot a bunch of people for this. That just seems like a waste of time. Hello, free stuff. Goodbye. Whatever's up there, you have fun with that. Indeed. Yeah, luckily I've never had to actually smell what a tanner's, I guess, workshop smells like. I can't imagine it smells good. Wait, wouldn't it also smell like urine? Isn't there a bunch of urine in a tanner's area? Like, isn't urine a part of, like, tanning leather? I know urine is involved in the making of violin strings. I'm going to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas despite myth. You go ahead. You go ahead. You leave me out of it. Yeah, urine as well. Yeah, so piss, brains, and rot. Like that. Look, I hope tanners make good money because I certainly don't want to do that job. What do you do? I am wrist deep in piss and death. So you're a doctor? No! Wait, I've already been here. This is the one with, like, the walled up door, isn't it? Oh, hello. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm gonna leave Discord messages of me singing the song. You can if you want. Don't forget, I can sing right back to you, sir. Just remember, two can play this game. I too can sing songs. I will make DC scream in agony as I begin singing songs and like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and other such hits from the Dick Van Dyke era, because that's most of the time where my brain goes. They made money. I would call it good living. I mean, don't get me wrong. Leather jackets are nice. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't like leather jackets. It's just I don't want to be. Look, it's just like sausages, right? Like, people don't want to know how sausage is made, because it's horrible. It's disgusting. But, oh, hello. Well, that's not good. I don't know what feet those are, so I'm not going to worry about it until I have to shoot it. I will destroy Chitty Chitty Bang Bang for you, don't make me. Oh, you, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, we love you. And, oh, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang loves us too. Hi, ho, everywhere we go. We remember. Bang bang chitty chitty bang bang, our fine full fendered friend. Bang bang chitty chitty bang bang, our fine full fendered. Chitty bang bang chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, yeah! I remember this place. It's very different. Completely normal. My dearest comfort, if my scrawl is an illegible scribble, forgive me. The shock of what I ever delivered from the poor young woman's womb has affected my nerves. Her guttural screams still ring in my ears, and her birth to tragedy lurks near where I hide. Had my attendant not been attacked first, I would have certainly shared her fate. The wriggling abomination that erupted from the waif's belly, I almost read waifu, leapt from her body and attached itself to the nurse's throat with a wet, smacking sound. Pulled behind it, the taut umbilical cord tore out the placenta in an eruption of bright blood that soaked my gown. Stunned, I looked into the mother's bulging eyes as she convulsed and bit off her tongue between clenched, grinding teeth. Falling backward in horror, I crawled behind a medical cabinet in the operating theater. I can now hear the sloshing movement of the afterbirth sliding across the floor as the terrible infant silently approaches. I write this account on my surgical mask. with the sturdy pen you gifted me last year near the Oakmont Commons. May it now serve faithfully as my only weapon against the deformed babe. Sincere thanks, Sebastian. Well, we got a demon baby to kill here. Wait, hold on. Why is it stabbed? Why is somebody stabbed here? Demon baby should not have been able to stab people. I guarantee you I'm not going to be able to shoot that baby. So before you even ask, Fokker, it's not going to happen. I cannot... Look, Western video games do not allow you to shoot the baby. I take it back. European video games do not let you shoot the baby. And it's even frowned upon in America to shoot babies, despite the fact that Americans love their abortions, which is really weird. By the way, Fokker, you still need to actually, you still need to set up a time to test your movie in Discord. I was promised movies. I was promised we'd have movie night. I have yet to have a movie night, you bastard. That's this upcoming Friday. Well, we covered this. Well, my memory leaks like a sieve. Leave me alone. That's fine. We can do that this Friday. Or Thursday if you want. Oh, two sharp in the turn. I can play a movie tomorrow. Hell yeah, let's do it. We can do movie night tomorrow. I don't think I have anything going on. I mean, unless Geisha tempts me to debauchery, I mean, I think we'll be fine. I'm not saying she won't, but at the very minimum, I'll show up maybe like 10 minutes late. Ah, yes, the traditional alleyway scrawl. Yes, yes, yes. Halloween is Thursday, so you're playing games until then. Okay. Well, if you got something better for me to play, by all means, let me know.
Lend your support to Milton Pierce. The Mayor Oakmont deserves.
The Mayor Oakmont deserves. This place deserves a nuclear weapon. That's what this place deserves. If we watch on Wednesday, you're watching The Nightmare Before Christmas. Please don't. Alright, so, genuinely, please don't. I genuinely do not like that movie. It's not that it scares me, it's not that it's weird, I just don't like that movie. It is...
The Mayor Oakmont deserves.
I don't like that movie. I just don't like that movie. We can test a movie tomorrow, though. That works. Okay, because we don't want to, like, test it live. Like, Austin and I did that. So one of the things we found out is that if you play the movie through stereo, it doesn't work very well. Why not? See, that's the thing. Whenever I try to sit there and analyze why I don't like the movie, I haven't seen it enough times to actually go, okay, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. You love doing it live. I know, right? Well, again, because it involves more than one person, I would say let's not screw it up together, okay? If I'm the screw up, it's just me. You know what? Screw it. Fine, let's do it. You do it live. Let's screw it up. You love creating problems on stream. I don't create them. I simply have to deal with them. But yeah, I don't like The Nightmare Before Christmas, and everybody's love of that movie just makes me dislike it more. Western Advent near the corner of Murdoch Avenue and Oak Street. Okay, so it's right here. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, Discord is weird to stream to. It is. This is the corner, so maybe it's in here. No. This is the corner of it, and I'm on the corner of it. But yeah, if you play it in stereo, it does not like it. It played the music. I mean, don't get me wrong. I heard the music. I just couldn't hear the talking. Oh, that was great. And what a fabulous movie. One of the worst movies for one of the worst book adaptations I think I've... Oh, there it is. There it is. One of the worst movies for one of the worst books I think I've ever read in my life. I hated Color Out in Space. I don't know why. I do not know to this day why H.P. Lovecraft thought that was his best work ever. Yeah, I don't know why. That's why I chose bad movies to play for the test, because no one cares what they miss. See, the thing, I'm okay with watching bad movies. I am. Like, if I've never seen a movie before and it's bad, that's fine. Like, I'm gonna give it the good old college try, if you know what I'm saying. My problem is the fact that, like, Color Out in Space is just, like, it is... I don't know. It's almost like... I don't want to call it lazy horror or lazy cosmic horror, because I'm not a writer like that. How about Velocipaster? I have actually been wanting to see that. Geisha and I, a couple years ago, I think it was the first year I started streaming, we're looking for really bad movies to watch, and Poltergeist was one of them. And then we saw Velocipaster, and then we saw like a few others here and there. Oh god! Hello. Run! Oh god! Apparently, traps do not slow you down. Also, fire doesn't burn you, I guess? Get the hell away from me. Who told you you could touch me? Run! Who told you you could touch me? Do not touch me! Ow. Now let's do some cocaine. There we go. And salt. Nobody told any of these things that they were allowed to touch me. Alright, so I'm still looking for that document. Wherever this paper is, it's obviously down here, because that's where they sent the bad guys to me. I mean, honestly, it seems like staying indoors is a dangerous thing. It's almost like we're playing the game, or not playing, we're watching the show The Strain, which had a very strong first season, and then just goes downhill. It starts off strong, and it's just, god dang it, that show got terrible. I recognize this place. It's the same room they've had 1,000 times. But yeah, I have tried The Nightmare Before Christmas a couple times. I don't know if it's the art style. I don't know if it's the writing. I don't know if it's the characters. I have not given it enough thought. It was a disappointment. I was watching it recently and it goes downhill fast. Yeah, The Strain, again, the first season of The Strain, Geisha and I watched the first episode and I was like, wow, this is awesome. Like, I was so excited. I was like, man, this show looks great. You've got Sean Astin in it. You've got a compelling story. You've got some dark elements. You've got all these different things. And the intro is that, like, you know, the tying, and don't judge my spelling, fucker, and my phone typing skills are bad, I know. But like, yeah, it's almost, I would almost argue that if you are willing to watch a show that never gets finished, the first season of The Strain is such a good show that it is criminal what happens in the second season. The third season kind of brings it back a little bit, but I honestly kind of think that maybe one of the producers or something, or like the network executives, came back to them and said, look, we love what you're doing, we love it, but can you make it not so dark and make it a little bit more drama-y? And you know, The Strain is a very interesting vampire zombie movie, or a zombie TV show and book. And I really, really enjoyed that aspect of it. It was, you know, what happens in a city where you've got politics that are interfering with, like, okay, we've got an actual existential crisis. What do we do? And the answer is, you've got politicians that are out to get you. Like, it's a really good idea. Like, it's a really fantastic, like, plot point where you have these non-infected politicians, but because they're so greedy and they refuse to see the problems of the everyday person, they just treat these issues like they don't exist. And that's one of the reasons why vampires in, like, a lot of other fiction get anywhere, is that the upper class don't bother to care about what's happening in the lower classes. If you want to use those terms, but that's usually how it works. You have the high and mighty nobles that don't care about the peasants. There's a lot of good stuff in there, and they go over so much of it in the first season. And then by the second season, it's just like, no, angry kid, angry, very hammy death scenes, and sad dad. Which, sad dad is probably the only thing that makes sense. And the third season kind of brings it back a little bit by kind of wrapping it up. But good lord, I mean, the first season is just on point. It's so good. I would recommend watching it. Just don't watch the rest of it. Because the third season doesn't make up for the second season. I'm sorry. My dear Clara, there's been years since we last saw each other, and I still can't sleep without looking at the picture you sent me of your family. Oh, wow. I wish I had something to show, but pictures of this place would only bring you nightmares. What was I thinking of when I left our hometown? I fear that I might be losing my sanity. Wow. So his love life, well, I guess I don't know if it's his girlfriend or whatever, is so empty that he has to vicariously live through somebody else. That's awesome. You remember Dumont, my neighbor that works at the docks? I mentioned him in previous letters. He was always a good friend, but I don't know what happened. He started screaming in the middle of the night, chanting about lost cities and saying strange words. I was never a religious man, but I don't know how to explain his condition through science. I see strange things each time I look out the window. I don't know if they are really there or if it's just my mind playing with the mist. Somehow the mad words of my friends start to make more sense each time I look at those wild and incomprehensible shapes. I'll return home as soon as I have enough money to do so. I hope to survive all this. Your beloved brother, Victor. Okay, so it's not a love life. It's his brother. Whoa. Oh God, I heard. Yep. Oh, that guy's dead. Yep. Hey! Oh! That's the first thing I thought of when I saw that guy. What are you doing here? Apparently that guy was waiting for somebody to read his letter so he could run downstairs and shoot them. I guess this is a way to kind of wrap up closure, but it kind of feels like those things are rushed. It would have been better for us not to know what happened to that guy, because that's obviously the guy. That's obviously the brother. Oh good, Mythos Plague is the Redditor. Look at the fedora. He's probably going to be calling women milady. Ah yes, milady. Would you like to fan your undergarments in my general vicinity so that I may feel like I have defended your honor thusly? And how are you tonight, Jared? Hopefully you're doing well. And my fedora is a actual investigator fedora. Okay, all right. For a very short period of time, I mean for a very short period of time, I wore a fedora. I thought they were cool, and it was before all the hipsters wore it. And then once hipsters got a hold of it, and I realized what a hipster was, I said nope. And it did not take me very long to figure out what hipsters were. Alright, I was having some issues with the new Call of Duty, but I figured out what was wrong. What was that? Was it because, I saw Sneeko had a bit of a meltdown about it. About, oh my god, there's women in the game, and I was like, alright, I don't really know. I haven't played Call of Duty since, like, Call of Duty peaked, with, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and that's it. So, I haven't really played much since then. I wouldn't mind playing Cold War and maybe some Black Ops 1 and 2, because those came out like years ago. And maybe I'd give those another chance, because at the time I didn't like them that much, but maybe time has given me a different perspective for them. I remember playing one of the Black Ops games where like you're brainwashed or something, and you don't know it. And I love the mini game they let you do if you know how to do it. I remember playing the mini game more than I actually played the actual game. It's a top-down shooter they added inside the game. So, for some reason, Steam changed one of the files and made it so that I could not run the game. Are you sure that was Steam? Oh, look, there we go. Perfect. Led me right to it. Ah, right off the bat, we're getting into a fight. Very good. Alright. Let's go introduce our friends to 12 gauge. I hear large creatures in here. Hello. Oh, he's dead. He's dead, Jim. He's dead, Jim. 19? My name is, well, I am uncertain. It is lost in the static. I do not know anything. I have lost it all. I have lost it all. My mind is a little bit static, interspersed with bits from the radio serial that was my life. No, not my life, my existence. I hear names. Margaret, Jonathan, Albert. I hear dates, places, June 7th, 1912, in a church on a hill. It is these bits that I live for. It is the static that I will end my life for. Every day for as long as I can remember, the static has gotten louder. I have sunk deeper as the voices grow quieter. They are being replaced. I am losing what little I have left. A new voice, unintelligible, yet one I understand more clearly than any radio program in my head. Oh, he's one of those people that has the radio frequencies coming in through his teeth. I fear for what I will become when I can no longer hold on. I am choosing to go for before the static, or the voice within it becomes me. Goodbye, Oakmont. I have sunk even further than you. Well, at least this man knew what he wanted in life, and did it through the end of a barrel. That's real bravery, according to some people. I'm almost positive, because I've had that issue before, and then when I looked at the files and shit, I managed to figure it out. Alright, well, I mean, I normally don't have to deal with that too much, although I did have to deal with some stuff recently with the new computer, but it's normally, if a change is made, it's usually developers. Let's keep it going. Let's do this. Let's go back to, I know how much Fokker loves this game, so let's do him a favor. Southern Salvation Harbor. Between Octopus Avenue and Skipper Road. Oh, there we go. Skipper Road. Octopus Avenue. Now, one movie I wouldn't mind watching again. Is... Oh, there it is. Salvation Harbor, an alley on Windmill Avenue. There we go. Bam! Is Treasure Island. Disney's Treasure Island. The not the 50s one, although that one's really good too. I like the 50s version. That was actually how I Treasure Island is a story that I really enjoy. It's a good adventure story. I also... Treasure Planet. Sorry, Treasure Planet's what I'm thinking of. I like the Disney's 1950s Treasure Island, but I also like the Muppet Treasure Island, and I also enjoy the Treasure Planet movie. Although Treasure Planet, visually beautiful, still doesn't have as much content as either of those movies. Which is kind of sad to say that out loud. Where am I going? This is the right way. Here we go. Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing Call of Duty again, but there's not really a Call of Duty that I want to play right now. And Black Ops, I don't know. I don't know. The new one I've heard, sorry, I haven't heard much about it. I don't know much about it. I probably won't get into it at all. I'll probably have to wait for a sale if I ever do get back into it. Because, yeah, I want to play some older Call of Duty games, actually, that are on the list. Eventually. I need to find a fast travel point. Whoa, wrong way. Alright, my PC was having problems for a minute, but now I'm back. Welcome back, Jared. Don't worry about anything that I was talking about before. It obviously was not that important. Welcome back. We missed you, even though I was talking to you the entire time. Oh, man. Alright, ma'am. You are... Hold on. This police officer just goes, that's enough of that. I'm not gonna deal with any of that. What a dick. It's like, there's a woman crying crying on the street next to a carriage. And what does he do? He's like, I'm gonna just blatantly walk by. I'm not gonna, like, cross the far side of the street whistling. Nope, just gonna walk right up to you and walk right by. Not even gonna care. Don't worry about it. I oftentimes talk to myself all the time when I forget to take my anti-schizophrenia medication. See, I never have to worry about being alone because the voices in my head always... Whoa! The voices in my head assure me that I'm not. Cop sounds like it's not my fucking problem. He's not wrong. He's like, there's no baby in there, therefore there's no crime. It's like, sir, has it occurred to you that... Actually, let's take a poll. Jared, Nightmare Before Christmas, good or bad movie? Actually, that's an unfair question. Do you like that movie or do you not like that movie? Because Fokker likes it, Austin likes it, and look, I can't judge Austin, but I can judge Fokker. I liked it. Okay, see, I am the odd man out here.
Hey fella, what do you do when you see a dog? Pet it or kick it away?
I'd pet it. I like dogs.
Seems you're in the wrong place, buddy.
Oh god! Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Well, I seem to have screwed that up. Oh, that's antipsychotics. I need cocaine. There we go. Well, I seem to have screwed that entire investigation up because I like the puppers. I don't think puppers should be shot or kicked or hurt because I like dogs. Like most animals, actually. So there's that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, I think that just came to a dead end. We have relocated the hideout now in Western Salvation Harbor on Calm Shores. Wait, hold on, wait. But did it just automatically pass me? What is this? Elementary school? Hold on. Why would I? Okay. This is something I don't like, okay? So, I understand that in any RPG or any game, like, you need to let the player have a chance to get around this, but, like, if you fail, obviously there should be a way to resolve the issue, or you need to find another way to do this without going through the same channels. Like, you can't just continue on as if you succeeded. If you are going to make an event where you can fail it, you need to have another avenue, or you need to create another avenue for success elsewhere, but still give them the consequence of the failure. This isn't as hard as people might think it is. So in this case, I would say, okay, this failed, but there's, you go back, you talk to the guy, oh, there's an informant that might be able to work with us, but you have to pay some money, or you have to give them something, or whatever that may be. to give them another avenue of success, and so they then go to that one. Or you just cut that entire line entirely, and then you move on to the next line. I don't like the fact that me failing automatically gets me a note and says, oh, well, then just go here next. I don't like that. I think that's kind of cheap and lazy. It kind of tells me that whenever they're putting the story together, they had one idea. They had one idea. They have an idea of how this game should work, which is fine. But when it came down to this decision, it sounds to me like they didn't really vet this one very well. Some of these missions are a bit rough, but they're still fun. This one, blatantly, I don't like because of this reason alone. Western Salvation Harbor, Comshore Street between Seven Oaks Road, or Seven Oaks Street and Skipper Road. Comshore Street between Seven Oaks Road and Skipper Road. So right here. And that's just not too far from here. That is like the one New Vegas part where you are in Freeside and the guy leads you to a garbage can to try and murder you. See, I plan to play through all the Fallout games, and I started a while ago, but never finished it because of Aliens Dark Descent. Yeah, that's how long it's been since I've gone back to that. But after like probably the turn of the year, 2025, we'll probably get back to it. Hopefully that's not too much RPG for one sitting, because we're going to have Rogue Trader and then Fallout 1. I'm going to continue my Fallout 1 playthrough. I started with Fallout 1 because I have never played Fallout 1. I have never played Fallout 1, so I started playing Fallout 1 with a mod that made it it made it full screen and cleaned a bunch of stuff up. So I had never played Fallout 1. I decided to just go with a basic, very basic character, nothing crazy special. And we were I think we were doing okay. The thing I like about older games like that is that they are games that you are meant to play over and over and over and over and over again. Like, you know, that is one of the nice things about older video games, is that it wasn't just a one run and then you never touched it again, where a lot of video games today are kind of built that way. You can play them over and over and over again, but you're not going to get much out of them. You know, I would say Baldur's Gate 3 is probably one of the few examples where you could play it again and play it differently, and it's still, you could get a different feel of the game each time. Different examples, different endings, different characters, different arcs, the whole 9 yards. You can't be a hero to everybody all the time. You know, I like that. And so each playthrough is a little bit different. Well,
I can't imagine it ended well for whoever lost all this blood.
Nope.
This stain's almost gone.
I hear the pitter-patter of feetsies that are about to be empty shoes. But I know Fallout 1, like, because of the way that it's made, you can play it over and over and over again, and any decision has drastic consequences that can completely shut you out of certain game elements.
Yeah, top marks for quantity, but so much for quality. Even my gear's in better shape.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, I forgot you did start with Fallout 1 or Fallout 2. Fallout 1. I started Fallout 2 a long time ago, but stopped playing at some point and did not return for some reason. See, I've done that for some games. I try not to do that because most of the time those are... Hello. Oh, wow.
We gotta dump this garbage. Papa Brute will be here any minute.
Wow. I try to finish games that I play. Like, I think Elden Ring is one of them that I need to go back and finish. Atomic Heart is probably one that we could probably go back and finish now. I've got a different streaming setup. I've got a few things that are a little bit better. Hopefully it is better. And if that doesn't work, I can try to set up the capture card that I have. Because I just found, I just set that up as well. I haven't used it yet. I need to get some HDMI cables because apparently I used them all. Yeah, I watched a YouTuber called Warlock. He is like a Russian guy that likes to play a lot of games like old school Fallout. See, I like a lot of the old school games, but I'm so used to the new stuff that I tend to forget, like, back then they're a little bit more creative on what you were doing.
I don't know about you.
Wow.
But I'm not keen on dying right now, kid. Maybe we can talk it out.
We can talk it
out.
out.
And what the drock do you want?
Let's just say I'm a private detective and leave it at that.
cocky, ain't you? So be it, kid. I have a pretty good idea who you might be. You were working for Throgmorton, right? So, what do you want?
I want to smuggle a man out of the city.
Yeah, a lot of people want to leave Oakmont, kid. Few ever succeed. It won't be easy. And, like everything in life that's worthwhile, it won't be cheap.
Literally, I'm going to put a bullet in
no
your head.
position to negotiate.
Wrong, kid. We both know I'm the only one who can get people out of this Borg. You kill me, and you get nothing. The fact that you're here means you're smart enough to be useful. Let's make a deal. You do one job for me, and I'll take care of your request.
Hey, how about this? What about this? What if I don't put a bullet in your eyes, and you do what I tell you to do, because if you don't, you're useless to me anyway. How about that? How about that? That reminds me of Alistair Tenpenny from Fallout 3. Exactly. Now, here's another fun thing, is that in Fallout 3, which was... Okay, so I was introduced to the Fallout universe with Fallout 3, and I recognize the fact that some people say, that's not real Fallout. Fallout 3 got me into the stories of Fallout in general. It got me into the world. It got me into environmental storytelling in a real way. I know some people say that it's not as good of a story. Yeah, it's not a complicated story. It's not a complex story. It's not a deep story. But it's a pretty good story. Something is, and that's kind of one of the things I appreciated about it, was that it's something simple like water. Fallout 3 is a gateway drug for more Fallout. I would agree. It's not the greatest game ever. It's not the best story ever. It's a simple story with a simple goal.
Guess I have no choice.
Yes, you do.
So,
put a bullet in his head and say, do what I tell you to
First
do.
things
You are in no
first.
position to negotiate.
My name's Brutus Carpenter, rightful head of the Carpenter family. Second thing, someone tried to kill me a week ago.
And someone just tried to kill you
You're
now.
not asking me to track them down and kill them, are you?
No, kid. I've got hatchet men if I need them. And I don't want to kill them anyway. I just want to know who was gunning for me and why. Yeah, I know how it sounds. But after I almost died, I realized that being a hard case isn't the only option. I want to try to do things differently.
Oh, do you now?
I wasn't expecting mercy from a crime boss.
Oh
So,
god, he owns all the
what's
carpenters
catch?
in the world. He's too
It's
dangerous
not
to
a
be left
trick,
alive.
kid. I couldn't give a damn what you think about me. When you're at death's door, it makes you reassess your priorities.
Does it? I don't believe you, but okay.
All right, color me interested. How did this all happen?
I woke up in the crematorium inside a rolled-up carpet.
Wow.
I had
That's a
this
message.
tag on my toe like some cadaver. And I was covered in this weird rancid slime. I managed to get myself out of there. But what I saw once I got home made me think I had a screw loose.
And? What did you see?
Me, kid. Some palooka wearing my face and walking out my front door like all was well with the world. So I decided to get out and hole up here. Gathered a small company and pulled myself together.
Oh. Sir, are you sure you're not one of the potato people?
What was your last memory before the crematorium?
I'm sure nobody's
I
gonna get
can
that.
remember clearly a dinner I had a week before the incident. After that, yeah, only bits and pieces. I remember writing something in my diary. I don't recall what, except it was important. Those notes could tell us how it all started.
And I suppose that diary's still in your manor.
Exactly, kid. In a strongbox in my room. You have my permission to crack it if it's necessary. I'll write you the address.
You must have tried to do something about this imposter already.
Of course I did, kid. I wouldn't be asking for your help if this was just a walk in the park. My people said they killed that other me. It didn't change a thing. I guess they got the wrong guy.
Well, hold on. Your guys killed the wrong version of you? Now I'm with you to watch The Killer Out of Space starring Nicolas Cage. I see. You know what's funny is that Austin actually played that in the Discord. Was a week ago now, and I hate that. I hate that story. I despise that story. It's bad. It's terrible, and the movie doesn't look much better.
Any thoughts on who'd want to do this to you?
It must be someone close to me, so I can't trust anyone. I haven't even contacted my son Graham. Normally I'd get him to solve this. I'm vulnerable now. I can't risk exposing myself. Another good reason to bring in an independent contractor.
You didn't like the mutated llamas myth? I don't remember the mutated llamas.
So
Now, okay, David, we watched part of it. I didn't watch all of it. I got to the very end.
Of course you don't know. You're a newcomer after all. Here's the address.
I got.
I found a dead woman here.
Funny thing. I found a dead woman in your basement. Now, I don't suppose you had your men kill her.
Quiet, you! You're scaring Mary. Look, she didn't die by my order, kid. Take my word for it. And the guilty have already been severely punished. Look, I have my shortcomings, but I don't hurt women or kids.
Uh-huh.
It appears you're quite capable of standing without aid. So why the wheelchair?
Does your curiosity always beat out your courtesy? I'll tell you if it makes you happy. I'm old. Some days I feel tired. This wheelchair, unlike many people, has never crossed me. So I know I can count on it if I need to.
You mentioned your son, Graham. Can you tell me more about him?
Graham? Why would you care? He has nothing to do with
Then why
this.
haven't you contacted
You
him?
sound pretty sure about that.
Of course. Graham is too honest. And since the end of the war, he turned into a real bleeding heart.
Yeah, I can't.
Become a
That
bit
does that to
headache,
people.
actually. Of course, we've had our differences. Especially about the family business, but he would never hurt a fly.
Okay, so he
let
went to
alone
war,
me.
but he would never hurt anybody.
Goodbye.
As someone who's had family in the military, some people who really, really, really struggle with the stuff they did, they don't want to hurt people. I would argue that is true, but saying they would never do it that's a stretch. And I've got some cousins that have done some really dark stuff. Stuff that they feel really, really
top marks
guilty
for
about.
quantity, but so much for quality. Even my gear's in better shape.
Not saying they're bad people. Not trying to judge them at all. I'm just saying that it's weird.
The blood dried not too long ago.
All evidence collected. Not that it matters. Because nobody asked me to solve this murder anyway. Alright, well it also depends on what they did in the infantry. Like, they may not have been on the front or did something like that. That could have been a different job. It's true. That's very true. Let's see, Brutus wants to be a better man. A second chance for Brutus. Let's you know what, let's take him at his word. Carpenter Manor, Southern Old Grove. Wow, he really wants to stay the hell away. Being Century Avenue and Hillside Avenue. Or Hillside Street. Century Avenue. Okay, hold on. Carpenter Manor, Southern Old Grove, Gold Bridge Road. Gold Bridge Road, here we go. Okay. This one. The Crematorium, Southern Reed Heights. Corner of Wayne Road and Phillip Street. Wayne Road, Wayne Road, Wayne Road, Wayne. This is one part of this game that I actually do like, as annoying as it is. I do like this part where you have to look at a map and just figure out where it is. Southern Reed Heights, corner of Wayne Road and Phillip Street. Phillip Street, Phillip Street, Phillip Street, Phillip Street. Phillip Street, Phillip Street. Where is Phillip Street? Phillip Street, Phillip Street, Phillip Street, Phillip Street, Phillip Street. Or Wayne Road. Wayne. There is Wayne Road and Phillip Street. Bam! No, I've got family that has been in the military, and they've, as a matter of fact, I was the first person in a couple generations that didn't enlist. I almost did, but I decided against it. Let's see, is there a fast, yeah, there's a fast travel just up here. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Fallout 3 got me into the prospect of environmental storytelling and being a little bit more creative with how you would tell stories. And I really enjoyed some of the stories they told there. We have all seen you play video games, and you are indeed a coward. I am afraid of things that are not real. This is my downfall. I have seen people torn apart. I have seen body parts. I have literally seen an 18-wheeler grind a man into paste. I'm not saying that it didn't leave some marks on me, but I am saying that I can stand that. As much as I did not stand it then, I can at least deal with it. The idea of monsters in the dark and demons waiting in the shadows, that scares me. The idea of somebody being ripped to shreds through cannon fire doesn't bother me so much. It's weird. That's probably right here in the crematorium. Like this is what, again, the horror of October is never the horror of blood and guts. It's the horror of, you know, monsters and me being defenseless against them. Me having a rifle and killing somebody is very different. It's not nearly as scary to me. Crematorium, it's crematorium. Office, floor 2. Funeral hall, floor 1. Morgue, floor 1. Crematorium, floor -2. Wasn't that an old British punishment where they'd tie someone to the front of artillery and just fire it? I don't know. That sounds like something they'd do to somebody, but I genuinely don't know the answer to that. I want to say I've heard that, but I don't know from where. But man, I would maybe French. Last week, person dude James Warren, list of the deceased, unidentified corpses, cremated. Huss, cremated. Cole, to be cremated. V, Black, to be cremated. Jack White, to be cremated urgently. This week, person on duty, Robert Taylor. James Warren on sick leave since last week. Listed undeceased, 16 unidentified corpses, cremated. Man, they got a lot of dead people for this small town. Like, I think they did it to the Indians. I am not aware of this. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm not aware of it. I want to say that I've heard that, but I don't know from where, and it's not been something that I've read myself. To be perfectly honest, the blast might kill you instantly. It might not be the worst way to go. I don't know. I mean, you don't know. I don't know. I mean, my first thought is that the blast itself and the mere shock would outright kill you. Even if it didn't, you'd be unconscious and you'd bleed out before you woke up. At least that's my first thought, because you are right at the barrel where all that explosive force is, and so even before the actual like projectile hit you, the force, the shockwave would probably tear you to pieces. I locked up and left early today. The keys are on the table. P.S. This morning I heard wild beasts near the cemetery. Be careful. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Now, morgues, like these places, morgues, let me do it this way. A morgue that is not very well lit is very terrifying. If you've ever been into a morgue, an actual place where bodies are disassembled, dissected, etc., etc., it is a very eerie and weird place. it is not a place that I would recommend anybody visit if they don't have to.
And judging by the dried blood and the dent on this shovel, it was used as a weapon.
Why is the blood on the end if the bent is over here?
Whoever held this poker has got to be covered in slime.
Oh.
Someone tried to wash the stain out, but it's still slimy. Ugh, it stinks.
Yes, but imagine the looks of the onlookers as they watch someone get turned into human paste in front of them. Also, it's difficult to get the whole body for laying them to rest. Yes, Smith, we also watched you coward play while playing Mortuary Assistant. Yes, because that stuff's creepy and weird to me. I don't like that stuff. I'm fine with cosmic horror like this. As you do, you bury somebody with cordite and gunpowder. Yep, and I'm very glad I'll never have to play Mortuary Assistant ever again. Thank God for that. I don't care. Have you considered sucking less? No, I have not. I refuse. You have one more playthrough in you. No, I don't. No, I really don't. I really don't. No, I don't think so. I don't think you realize how long that screwed me up. Like that took me that took me like 3 days to get over. Like, no, we're not doing that again. I'll fucking buy it for you again if I have to. No, I will do my best to not freak out so that you never ask for it again. I will purposefully be like, I'm gonna hold it back. I'm gonna hold it back. Hold it back. Hold it back. I will just keep my mouth shut. You'll never hold shit back. I mean, you won't be able to smell it, so you'll never know. But no, a morgue. First off, a morgue doesn't have bodies lying around like this. Any body is obviously closely monitored. They do not leave them out. Period. End of discussion. It is not. It is not. It is not. It is not practice. You don't do this. Under any circumstances, you do not leave a body out. Even if it is just putting it back in storage for 5 minutes, you don't do that.
Ugh, what a stench.
Oh, hello.
I need to get out of here before he comes round. What by the Engels is going on? Where am I?
We already know this story. We've been told this story. Is there another one of these things? Is there another little blip? Yep, there is. Aha!
Another one for you. Burn him first chance you get. It's urgent.
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
That's one.
Another one for you. Burn him first chance you get. It's urgent.
What by the Engels is going on? Where am I?
There we go.
I need to get out of here before he comes round.
Brutus was brought in by some group who had to deal with the crematorium worker. So, Brutus woke up, knocked the guy out cold, and escaped.
Ah. I need to talk to James Warren, the man who was on shift when Brutus woke up at the crematorium. He's suffering from a head injury and requires urgent treatment. So he'll be in the doctor's office, maybe? Let's see. You'll just go... you'll never hold shit back. I'll know. You'll just go silent. Of course, you don't leave a rotting body out any longer than you need to. No. I mean, like... it's still creepy. It's still creepy. Like, it doesn't matter. A morgue is a place that is very creepy. it doesn't really matter. A dead body looks very different from a living one in many ways. And I'm not talking about color. I mean, just like it's I don't even know how to describe it. It's very weird. It's very weird. We'll know deep down you, of course, before we know deep down you'll feel terror. That's enough. I don't know. I feel like that would take the joy out of it. Geisha had to look under the bed 3 times a night after Myth had that, and even look into the closet for him a few times before Myth could even go back to bed. Dead bodies don't bother me. Key evidence collected, so we can get rid of this. Department of Medicine. Former patient shop. All key evidence collected. I would say dead bodies don't bother me. That's not the issue. It is interesting how dead bodies look almost fake compared to living. Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. There's something different about them, and it's not that they're dead. It's almost like they carry on like not a wax person, but it's almost like it's not real. When the life leaves somebody after they go cold, it's almost like that person, their body's not real anymore. It's weird. It's very weird. That's probably the best way I can describe it. I mean, not that I try to sit there and think about ways to describe it, but you're not wrong. That's a very good way of describing it. It just doesn't look the same, and yeah, it just doesn't look the same. It's very, very ethereal, as I would describe it. And when and I understand why morticians become the way they do after spending time with dead bodies. Like, you have to find a way to cope with the fact that all you do all day, every day, is deal with people that don't look real and you know they're dead. Like, it's very weird. Spending time around dead bodies does something to you. It really does. You spend enough time around them and you start to get a morbid sense of humor, and it can get really dark and really messed up and really weird. Things that, that or they find them sexy. Well, there's that too. But that's the thing. I would argue that those people are, again, there's something strange about them. Like, there's something that happened. The Carpenter family offers food and medicine between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. each day, 1 piece per person. Oops. Oops, sorry.
Hey, you. No loitering. Only workers are permitted on the premises.
I'm looking for work. I heard you might have a job.
Sure. There's a sack of potatoes in the basement of the manor. Go get it. Bring it here, okay?
Got it.
Get a move on then.
That was easy.
You're handing out supplies for free. That seems awful charitable.
Mr. Carpenter is a pillar of our community, generously donating half of our supplies to the people of Oakmont in their time of need.
I
could use some supplies, if you can spare them, that is.
Here, take some medicine.
Thanks.
Wow, that's nice of him.
Bye.
Alright. It's interesting how dead bodies look. See, the body starts changing pretty rapidly once the life process is shut down. It really makes the skin take on a different texture. Like, yeah, it really does. And then let's see what else. So, either that or they find them sexy. Yeah, Ralph Myth rolls up on his charity soup kitchen and starts threatening them. No tolerance for the homeless. This is my soup! Get the hell away from my soup! Hello, somebody raided the kitchen already, dude. That's not good. This is a pretty nice joint. It's almost like dealing with dead people gives you a new perspective on things. I wouldn't say it's a new perspective. I think it warps your perspective. You know, I don't think people are meant to be around dead people nonstop all day, every day. I think it messes with you. I think it does something psychologically to you that is very bad to you. Now, granted, I also recognize that, you know, somebody's got to do it. Obviously, that's you know, people die. But I think that it does something to people that is not good for them. Having worked with a few morticians for a little while, I can say that from first-hand experience. Those people are not well. Not that they're bad, it's just that there's something about them that is off. It's like interacting with somebody who...
So, where are the potatoes?
Oh god. It's a trap. Oh my god, was I right? Are these potato people? Oh my god. Was I right? Are these actually potato people? Oh my god. Funeral pyres are the only ones that make sense. No, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. Oh, hello. Well, I mean, again, that's a very pagan thing to do. So, not saying that you can't do it, but that is definitely a pagan thing to do. The idea of preserving the body is a Western idea. Hello, sheesh. Scared the crap out of me.
Not so fast, newcomer. You ain't going upstairs unless the boss calls for you. And I don't see that happening.
Alright. Oh, I probably should have done my investigative thing, which I didn't do at all. Where are the potatoes? Then use my fish vision to figure them out. There we go. Who stole the potatoes? Was it the Irishman? Where is he pointing? Oh, hello. Creepy. Weird. Come on. Where am I going? Hello. Oof. Yeah, I don't know what it is with all the handprints. I'm not really sure I understand what's going on here. Howdy there, buddy.
Ah, please, friend. Don't take away my food.
Whoa, that guy's forehead.
Your food. This is stolen. This sack was meant to go to the hungry.
We are the hungry, mister. Me and my family. I have 5 children to feed and nothing to feed them with. And look, we'll starve to death without it. Have a heart.
Free food is available. I'm taking the sack.
I don't get it. You can have food for free. The carpenters are distributing it. So why steal?
They'd only give me 1 portion. Even though I told them that my wife and kids are too weak to get here.
Don't worry, I get it. Look, just don't go anywhere. I'll be back soon.
You're gonna just trust this guy with the potatoes? Alright, so keeping dead bodies for any amount of time and filling them with preservatives makes so much more sense. I mean, I understand that too, right? But, like, I don't think burying the dead is a terrible idea. I think funeral pyres are... Again, it's a pagan thing. Normally, let's see, that much burning wood would overpower. I was like, did I miss something? You would have to smell burning flesh, which is gross. Yes, it is. Yeah, burning flesh and burning hair are pretty bad. Normally, that is just to preserve the body long enough for burial. Is that human Squidward? Is before his best? Yeah, it's becoming out of a
minor issue.
What state?
What issue?
Oh, the sack was stolen by one of your workers. I tracked him down so he's not going anywhere, but I'm trying to decide what to do with him.
Damn thieves. Man, take them.
I'm sure your boss would want to know about it, but I can see you're pretty busy. Tell you what, I'll go talk to him for you.
You're right. I'm needed here.
You'll not smell the flesh. The amount of wood you burn is much greater than
Go see
mass in
Mr.
the body
Graham
and will
Carpenter
overpower
report
the smell.
incident. He's
Maybe.
upstairs.
Magically, Tweedle... Wow. That dude's face. Alright. Don't let Papa Brute have the keys to the room. He's already lost them twice around the house. So, again, I think we're dealing with the potato people here. I think the one that I'm talking to is fake.
Yeah, you don't get these for staying in your foxhole.
Dear Graham, I was very glad to receive your last letter, and I appreciate that you've worried about me. I want to thank you once more for saving my life in that battle. I'm sorry about what happened to your face. You could have just left me there dying, but you didn't. I'm forever in your debt, Jones. I'm glad this guy just lets me walk around. Oh, so this guy's Catholic. Right? Catholic? He's got the kneeling pad and everything? Destroy this mad brute. Ah, Papa Brute. Papa Brute. Oh, he's got a lamp on the floor. That's weird. There was a thief.
Mr. Carpenter?
Yes, Graham Carpenter. How can I help?
One of your workers is a thief. Stole a sack of potatoes.
Oh. I do hope my people haven't taken it into their own hands.
Not yet. Is there a way to solve this peacefully? The guy has a hungry family. That's why he stole.
I won't punish a man for trying to feed his family. Why didn't he simply ask me for more food? Tell him he can keep what he stole. If he needs more, let him come back. It may be that he'll need medicine too. Can you give him this? It's not much, but it'll help.
No offense, but why such generosity all of a sudden? I mean, this distribution of supplies.
I hope to set an example for the other influential families of Oakmont. Together we can make our city a better place. Besides, after the incident with the poisoned fish, people were left with nothing to eat. I had to take action to prevent starvation.
At least this guy, I believe.
Thank you.
I thought Brutus was the boss here.
I thought Brutus was the head of the Carpenter family. Something changed?
Oh, no, not at all. My father's still in charge. I've simply taken on some of his responsibilities. He's past his prime and needs more rest.
Interesting. Okay, here's my theory right now, is that Daddy, in his states of lucidity, thought he could bring himself back to life or something silly like that. Realized it's a bad idea, and then had the body, or sorry, Graham probably found out that he was Graham probably found out about it, was going to have him cremated, and so maybe he did transfer his I guess, consciousness into it or some of that, and now you've got a problem. That's why he wanted it burned. He didn't know.
The mask. Why do you wear it?
A war wound. I prefer not to discuss it if you don't mind.
Goodbye.
That would fit with this story. Let's see. Is that a human story? You will not smell it. Also, it probably would not be too good for your psyche watching your loved ones being burned till they are nothing but bone. Yeah, no, I don't think so either. It's special Christopher Walken. I agree.
Won't budge.
All right. Yeah, we gotta circle back around here. Oh, is that house leaning? That house is leaning. Oh yeah, that house is leaning. Okay, so whoever lives there, they need to leave. That house is going to collapse. That foundation is gone. Like, hold on. How's the foundation that bad? It's brick. Ah, whatever. It's not my problem. It's not why I'm here. It's not why I'm here. I am not here about foundation issues. Though occasionally I do enjoy looking at architecture, but not right now. This guy actually stayed. Maybe a sinkhole. It's a big one.
You can relax. Everything's been taken care of. The sack is yours.
Bless you, sir. My little ones will eat today because of you.
Raw potatoes.
Talk to
Ah,
Carpenter about the
potatoes.
situation. He said to come by whenever you've a need. He'll do right by your family.
Really? I didn't know Mr. Carpenter was so generous. That family sure has changed. Thank you again, friend.
You said the Carpenters have changed. What were they like before? Hey, you can shoot straight with me. It's all right. We'll keep it between
Boil
us.
them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Exactly.
A lot worse. Criminals and murderers. Rumors are their boss, Brutus, defiled several women and got away scot-free. Oh, terrible. People called them a grand family. Their word is law in Oakmont, along with the Throgmortons and Blackwoods. Tread carefully with them.
Hey, listen. I've got a surprise for you.
A surprise? Okay. What is it?
Here's a hand grenade. Yeah, just Mr. Carpenter wishing you tell. No.
Carpenter wanted me to give you this.
Kay bless him and his generosity. Please, send him my thanks. I pray that Kay grants me one day.
Dude, you just got a sack of potatoes. You got a sack of potatoes there, lad. Okay, now let's see here. The Carpenter Manor. There's obviously more to this than I'm getting here. Let's see, I forgot to... Someone killed the courier. Southern Old Grove, Goldbridge. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's go talk to Mr. Graham or Mr. Carpenter, whatever his name is. Mr. Carpenter wanted me to send you and your family his thoughts and prayers. Pulls out. Yeah, exactly. It's like Mr. Carpenter sends his regards.
Something wrong. Something wrong.
Yes, something is wrong. Something is very wrong, and I need your assistance, Mr. Carpenter.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Ah. Oh, hello.
Paris, December 1918. Right after the guns stopped firing. I've seen
Yeah, it's the
this face
doctor.
before.
That's Dr. Carpenter, isn't it?
Something wrong.
Not really wrong, just interesting.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
So, do they still have traditional religion in here in this place? Because everybody worships K, the sea monster. Or the guy from the Sword in the Stone. Listen, when you're hungry, a sack of potatoes is something you would kill. No, I agree. I'm not arguing that part. I'm just saying, potatoes, just because I think it's funny. That is not a typical priest. Normally, they would not strip for him. He is too old. I'd kill for a sack of potato now. I'm not even that hungry. I don't think you should kill people first. Oh, jeez. Hello. Alright. Apparently I'm supposed to follow the squid. Oh, that looks very welcoming. The manor key. Ah, yes, the manor key. Why is the manor key down here? And again, what are these? These are... What are these? Somebody came in and raided the kitchen, which I thought was very interesting. I wonder if he grabbed the wrong one, or he tried to replace his father. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's actually replaced his father with something else. I have no idea. But I think that what the issue is it's one of two things. Either Graham knows what he has done, and he's purposely replaced his father with like a double that's kind of an invalid, like a clone, kind of like what those kids did in the last stream, or his father tried to recreate himself because he's getting too old or something, and successfully transfer his consciousness, and Graham is not aware of it. Oh, there's the old... That's interesting. Very interesting. Oh, my.
Huh. Now, weren't you the one who called Robert an ape lover, Brutus?
This is an unexpected turn of events. I'm on the verge of complete rejuvenation. Frankly, I didn't expect the flock of this age-old church to still exist, let alone assist on my quest. Perhaps this high priest merely feigns disgust at our family proclivities, or perhaps he finally understands why I must prolong my existence. Regardless, all that remains is to meet with him. The cost is irrelevant, for out of all of Oakmont, I alone deserve eternal life. Tomorrow, the city will meet a new, younger Brutus Carpenter. Interesting. That's a very, it looks like Ronald Reagan's kissing an ape. Like Elvis ape. Eating a raw potato is delicious. Is it? Ooh.
This has been empty for years. Seems someone believes eternal life comes in a bottle.
It does. Obviously it does. That's precious.
Brutus Carpenter, I presume.
Yes, that's right. Did you bring me something to eat? I'm very hungry.
No, sorry.
Ah, well, move on then.
Bye.
Fascinating. So then why does he want the other one destroyed? Ah, painting of Kronos eating his son. Is that what that is? I'm not familiar with this painting, but I thought that Kronos ate his family, like, all at once. Oh, okay, I did not know that.
Something wrong.
No, I'm good. I guess I'll just leave that as is. Brutus been an old priest of a church. Graham wants to change his family. Nope. Nope. Graham's motivated to change things. Alright. No, he would eat them when they were born. But I didn't know he, like, ate them in pieces. I just thought he swallowed them whole. At least that was my understanding.
Don't you have work to do?
Yesterday,
No.
you were beating up newcomers.
No, I don't. I have nothing to do. I'm a freelancer. I can do what I want. I talked to James Warren, the man who was on shift when Brutus woke up in the crematorium. He suffered from head injury and requests urgent treatment. So he's probably the hospital.
Today,
Or the asylum. Where's the hospital? It's the fish place. Devil's Reef. Hospital. There we go. And just up the street and over. No, Jared, I like them. Let me see. Even when they were born. No, Jared, I like them at least warm. That is how it is. But I guess that is how the artist decided to interpret the act. I mean, I was like, I thought when I read these stories, it's like he ate them, but he swallowed them whole, because dismembering a god is rather difficult. Fair enough. Yeah, that is a very weird way of doing that, because yeah, it just seems weird to me. Anyway, back to the point that I was making like 45 minutes ago. It feels like Fallout. Crawl out through the Fallout. But no, I was introduced to Fallout through Fallout 3, and I really enjoyed Fallout 3. I even to this day, when people say that Fallout 3 wasn't that good, I again, having only played New Vegas and 4 and 76 and 4, or sorry, and 3, I don't really understand that complaint. I think it's pretty good. It's not perfect. I visited patients with weird dreams.
I checked the house of the diseased man, Bells. His family has turned into those creatures too.
Nothing beats a stuffed sweet potato.
Fascinating. Did you discover the source of the contamination?
A creature emerged from their sunken basement and transformed them. I think its vomit is contagious.
If so, we must quarantine it. Those Lethian revenants are a huge threat. This city could not survive an epidemic like that.
What did you call them?
Lethian revenants. Oh, you may thank the university professor for the beast's unwieldy names.
I called into the shop of your patient. Unfortunately, he committed suicide.
Oh, I wish I could say I was surprised. Sorry for wasting your time.
It wasn't entirely a waste. I found some evidence that sheds light on the origin of those creatures.
For what it's worth, Professor Westerbrook calls them Stygian harvesters. But what is it you found?
Your patient's diary. His dreams became too real, too confronting. He tried to stay awake using stimulants, but those Stygians appeared near him when he slept, as if they were leaking from his nightmares.
A psychic phenomenon or manifestation. How unnerving. I'm afraid he's not the only one suffering from such dreams.
I found your studies rather interesting, Dr. Grant. Got more places to search?
What dedication. Thank you. Your findings have been a rich resource for the scientific cause. I've got 2 more places for you. More dangerous, one with huge monstrosities, but I'll prepare a comparable reward.
Just what am I getting myself into?
One of Oakmont's largest stores was closed after the flood hit. A looter tried to break in, but his thievery was, shall we say, interrupted. He was set upon by a huge wild beast and hardly made it out. The question is, with the building locked up tight, how did that creature get in?
They probably aren't coming
What about
physically
the
in
place
this
with
world.
unmanageable creatures?
Well, there's a restaurant here with a bad reputation, not for its food, but for women disappearing.
Ooh.
The police found nothing. I treated the partner of one missing girl. He arrived here severely injured and told me about the jumping maws.
He was at the restaurant too, I suppose.
Indeed. And what's curious is the place is still open. Please investigate and find out how that's possible.
Bye.
Well, hold on. Why can't I talk to this guy about the dude with the head injury? Why would he not be at the hospital? Okay, hold on. If you're just grabbing potato out of the field, more power to you, but I like warm food. My issue with the New Vegas diehards is when they treat all of their Fallouts like they're shit, even though they are pretty good. I would say Fallout 3 is good. I don't know about Fallout 4. Fallout 4 has very little to really be redeeming. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed parts of Fallout 4, but the story is bad. And the idea that your son is the main antagonist, and that's kind of the purpose of you being out there, is kind of dumb. I don't like that. I think the entire premise for Fallout 4 was very weak. And I think that the character arcs they send you on, all that, it's all very, very weak. I did not like Fallout 4 for that reason. There was not a single faction that was... I don't even want to say good, because that's not the word I want to use. They weren't fun. There was no one that I looked at and said, wow, this is an interesting faction. They're all boring. Don't mind me, I'm digging through your stuff, looking for pills. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I know. Like, if you eat the bad curry, it's bad for you. I understand.
Oh, my stomach.
Oh, this is the lady who ate leeches. I forgot about that lady. Let's see. Fallout 3 is better than Fallout 4. But it still didn't have the same wit or charm wit of Fallout 1 and 2. I wouldn't know, unfortunately.
Scratch me. Please, please, just here. This itching is driving me insane.
Alright, so this guy isn't here, which is interesting. Fallout 4 DLC for Far Harbor was good, and I think it's the last dying breath of Bethesda creative team leaving. Okay. I didn't like Far Harbor that much, but that's because I didn't like Fallout 4 that much. I thought Far Harbor was meh at best. I also like how these guys are all cool with you walking around their entire home with no supervision. Yeah, don't worry about that. Story demands it. Plot demands it. Alright, so apparently that's not where I go to find that guy. So, where would I go to find him? I need to talk to James Warren, the man who was on shift when Bruce woke up in the crematorium. He suffered a head injury that requires urgent treatment. Alright, so you're... Okay, so maybe he's at home, so I have to find, like, where he lives. Okay, so... That would be... City Hall, maybe? It would be the library, but maybe he's City Hall because a registered address. But I think that the DLC for Fallout 4, I think there was like the Mechanist. Again, there was lots of things in there that were really good ideas. It's just their execution I thought was mediocre at best. And that's really the hard part. It wasn't even bad. It was mediocre. Like the Mechanist I thought was pretty boring. Some little girl tinkering with machines and them turning on people. That's not a bad story. It's just that it kind of falls flat on its face. You know, it almost seems kind of like you're smart enough to make these machines, but you're not smart enough to make them do what you want them to do. It's kind of weird. Okay, probably not that. Nope. Let's see, Devil in the Manor. No. Yellow tag that was on Brutus when he woke up, and the crematorium is Jack White. He lives in... Oh, jeez, what side did he live in? Is it Reed Heights? Nope. 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 The Fallout 4 needed more Liberty Prime. See, Liberty Prime I liked, but still, it was, legal documents? Alright, I coded these robots to save the Commonwealth. Wait a minute, I have a typo in the coding. It says slay the Commonwealth. It should be fine. I mean, kinda, yeah. I mean, you're not... It's funny, but, like, yeah. Like, they didn't attack her, though. And she, like, fancied herself a superhero. It was kind of weird. James Warren. Where was that? First we have a crematorium syndrome, urgent head injury. Requests urgent care. I mean, I would imagine that maybe City Hall. You could have fought Chinese AI robots in the war called the Slanticons. Well, like, the thing is, you could have done lots of stuff with that. I don't think they did a very good job of it. E-commerce Enterprise Other. No, that wouldn't be it. James and the man was on shift when Brutus woke up from the crematorium. Read the first robot. Oh, let's see. Alright, I coded these robots to save the Commonwealth. Wait a minute, I have a... type of the coding, it says Commonwealth. It should be fine. The entire game needed to be about you befriending a Liberty Prime who had developed a real AI personality and exploring the wasteland, writing songs, and securing justice for all. You could have fought the Chinese AI robots in the war called the Slanticons. She modeled herself as the Mechanist from either Fallout 3 or a comic book. I can't remember if the Mechanist was a comic book hero before. Alright, so where is Mr. Warren here? He suffered a head injury, but I don't know where he lives. That's the problem. I need to find out where he lives. And the hospital isn't where... Maybe the asylum? Maybe he went to the asylum? Where would I go to find that? I want 10 seasons of this show that you proposed. I mean, I don't think that's a good idea, but okay. Fallout 4 would have the best start if your character said, "Fuck Sean," fresh out of the freezer. Well, I mean, again, like, I don't know what they were thinking by making the twist that, by the way... Okay.
Stop bothering me, newcomer.
Let's just put it this way. The whole point of the thing is that they obviously want you to side with the synthetics. Obviously. But the thing is, the synthetics are portrayed in a way that is terrifying and awful, where... They're obviously overtly evil. The Institute is obviously a totalitarian evil state. The Brotherhood of Steel is incompetent at best and retarded. They're dumb. The Minutemen are just annoying. They're just a pain in the butt. What else? Who are the other factions? I can't remember anymore. There was at least one more faction. I can't remember who. Oh, jeez. Who are they? I cannot remember the other faction. The Railroad. Yeah, that's the Synthetics. This is the Railroad. Nobody likes the Railroad. We need to let all these brainwashed synths back into the population. Why? Because they're people, too. No, they're not. They're machines that think they're people. That's not the same thing. They did a terrible job of trying to change that because they literally rewrote people's, like, brains. I just can't believe it. I was just like, anybody who sides with the Railroad. I like the Railroad prior to killing the Institute. I hated the Railroad as the idea, and I hated the Railroad before and after I killed the Institute. When I found out that Sean had essentially joined the Institute, fucking read. That's the one. I killed the Railroad prior to killing the Institute. Yes, sorry. They want to give the reputation to the Toasters for all the slave labor we made them do. Do they? I am not sure where to go. I was thinking City Hall. Maybe the police department? Or the Chronicle, maybe? I was playing A Tale of Two Wastelands recently. That's why, the only reason I remember the Mechanist comic. Tale of Two Wastelands. Which one's that one? I forget. Where's that one from? Myth reads like this and is trusted to manage IT people. No, I'm also reading quickly and playing a video game. It's also a little bit different. Yes, the Railroad is dumbed. I agree to that. The idea that you can just, you know, brainwipe somebody. Victims, maybe? Instruments of a Crime. That's in Reed Heights. Nope. No, really? Okay. Alright. Violent Crimes? No. No. Okay. I would expect this one, but alright. Nope. I think by Halloween next year we'll have another Mortuary Assisted playthrough. You can keep thinking that. I mean, I'm running out of options here. I mean, I'm trying to find him, but like, I mean, he's obviously not in the police department. He's not in the hospital. I don't know where else to go. I mean, maybe the newspaper? Question mark? I'm not really convinced on that's like a. I'm really grasping it. Myth, you promise, don't break your promises, don't be a leftist. See. I require proof of that agreement. I require a contract. Oh, hello. The problem with the Railroad is that even if a toaster becomes aware, it's still just a toaster. Yeah, exactly. Its personality can be rewritten and changed at will. It's not a person. I will find you and I will make you play. Which we see. Like, they show it to us. They're just machines. They're just very complicated machines. And that's all they are. So then why should we care about them? Like, these people are pretending that their machines are really people, and it's sad. Okay, make sure I'm doing the right one. Reed Heights, yeah. Commoners, I don't know about that one, okay. You can make, okay, so I don't know what you're talking about. You didn't play New Vegas, that toaster wanted to go to genocide the human race by launching nukes. I'd have to play, okay, so here's the thing, I played New Vegas once. I played it once all the way through, and that's it. I never played it again. And I wanted to, but I never got around to it again. Fallout 3, I think I played 3 times, but I only beat it once. And it was because I was still kind of new to RPGs. I really didn't... I mean, aside from, like, Knights of the Old Republic, I really didn't have a lot of experience with RPGs at the time. And then I played New Vegas. I didn't really touch it much. I didn't play with it much. And then when I finally did get around to it and I actually played it, I enjoyed it. But you know, when I first started playing it, I was hoping for something closer to Fallout 3, and I really didn't know what to do with it because it wasn't that. So I put it down and I picked it back up like months later. Yeah, I always gave it my mugs and toasters. You can make conscious through clever programming. It doesn't mean they're actually alive. How bad Blade Runner tried to do. See, Blade Runner's point though is that these were synthetic people, not machines. That was what that was, and that was the whole point. They could bleed. They actually had blood. These were people that were programmed to self-terminate because they were genetically bred to be superior. That was their problem. That was actually the whole point of the movie, is that we had created machines that were essentially human, and the uncomfortable part is that it's the question of, well, what do you do in that moment, right?
Please, help me out.
What do you do when you have a machine that can think and talk and feel and actually be a human being, but also was faster and stronger than you? The only option is to give it a kill switch. And it's a built-in one where they only live like 4 or 5 years, or however long it is. And they made superhumans that they gave a termination date to prevent them from replacing humans. Exactly. That's exactly right. And so that is actually, I think, a very good story. I think it's a very good story, and it opens they don't really focus on it, but they do have some questions there. Let's see here. Alright, where else can I go? University library, the city hall. I mean, I guess I'll try the library. I mean, maybe these got a library card? I have no idea. I don't think this is it, though. Yeah, I don't think this is it. He's suffering from a head injury, but I don't know where he is, which is fine, except he's not in the hospital. Not in the hospital, and he's not in the crematorium, so key evidence is, maybe there's more evidence that I'm missing here. I'm missing the key evidence. I don't have all the evidence. I just have key evidence. Check the hospital. I did check the hospital. If I can go back and check again. Apparently everybody on the set of Blade Runner hated Ridley Scott. Why? Do they have records at the hospital? Did I miss that? He was an asshole to most of the cast. Well, so Blade Runner is probably, I would consider to be one of his babies. But a lot of producers and stuff like that, you have to align the mission in the corner that you're checking for. Well, yeah, I know. Oh god, I didn't look at this. Good lord. Patients. Department, therapy? Nope. Surgery? Nope. Asylum? Nope. Morgue? Nope. Patients, personnel, suppliers? No. Well, would this be personnel? Morgue? There we go. Male, 35, citizen, place where you're returning. Diagnosis head trauma. Wait, hold on. Why am I looking at the whatever? Treatment hospitalized. Second floor of Oakmont Street. Bed rest recommended. Okay, so he's up here. Cool, got it. You have to align the mission in the corner to what you're checking for. Yeah. Most of them tried to politely say that the filming of the movie was their worst experience. There's video of Harrison Ford trying to tactfully call making the film hell. Well, there's also like, what is it? There's the Was it like was that movie Doctor Strangelove or something?
You're James Warren, right?
Yeah, that's me. What do you want? I'm sick, can't you see?
No.
A week ago, a group of people brought an unconscious man to the crematorium. I need to know who those people were.
What makes you think I'd know that?
I saw a man you were supposed to burn.
You were supposed to cremate a man listed as Jack White. He escaped, and now he wants to know what's going on. So tell me, who paid you to burn a man alive?
How do you know about White?
I talked to him. I need names, Warren.
I can't. I say anything. I'm toast.
They'll certainly kill you if they find out Jack White is still alive. I can arrange that.
No, please. No, I didn't ask their names. They're priests, but they ain't from St. Michael's Church, that's for sure. They were talking about the Lord of the Woods or something. Maybe from an old Oakmont church? That's all I know, I swear.
Where can I find this church?
I don't know. Some things in this Borg are best left alone.
It's not much, but thanks. Wasn't that hard after all, was it?
You got what you came for. Now leave me be.
Bye.
Ah, we have new Mind Palace. Churchgoers wanted Brutus to be cremated. The men who brought Brutus to the crematorium were members of an Oakmont church. They mentioned the Lord of the Woods. Alright, art is hell, and the artists are just monkeys who need to learn how to dance properly. Kubrick was known for putting actors through the ringer. The crap put Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall was legendary, especially Duvall. There was also Clockwork Orange. So okay, we're gonna end on this because this is something crazy. So A Clockwork Orange. When I first saw commercials for A Clockwork Orange, it was portrayed as a comedy. I'm gonna just close all this out because we're gonna be done for the night. It was portrayed as a comedy to me. And so one year I bought it. I got it for Christmas, and I got like the collector's edition because I wanted to read it, see all the stuff. And I was like, okay, I'm willing to give this movie a try. That movie is very different than what it was sold to me as, which is, anybody with a brain cell now could see it. But I didn't know anything about Stanley Kubrick. I didn't know who he was as a director. I didn't know anything about any of his movies. What I do know is that when I watched A Clockwork Orange, I was like, wow, this movie is messed up. Good Lord. That movie has so many layers, and essentially that movie comes down to the book is messed up. Yeah, well, it is, but the whole point is that that's why the movie is messed up. Well, yes, but it's this dystopian nightmare. Read the book. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. The parole officer molesting his let's just call them the ward. The parole officer molesting his ward of the state, who then goes and basically takes his frustration out on his own friends, and then later on is put through a secret government program designed to brainwash him into being unable to do anything remotely close to violence. Which on paper sounds like it is essentially one giant government screw you. Like that's kind of the beauty of the movie. It actually works really well as a movie because if you look at it through the lens of like, okay, this is a system that is so broken that even the people that are genuinely trying to do good only do harm. Like that's what that is. That's all this movie is. It's just like it's one giant government program designed to hurt people. And everything about the system, including the people in the system, are just designed to hurt other people. The criminals are bad. The cops are bad. The politicians are bad. Everybody sucks. And at the end of it, he is for his punishment and his sins, he is given a cush job where he can retire. As like a 25-year-old, he will be given a full pension and like benefits and good money and yada yada. The ending to that movie is terrible, but then again, that person, that character is terrible. He doesn't learn a lesson. He's just a cog in a machine, which is kind of like, wow. So what's the lesson here? And the answer is there is no lesson. This is just the reality of the situation. I think that's the part that made me not like that movie. And when I first watched it, I thought, is this supposed to be a comedy? Like, am I watching this wrong? Am I watching this not in the correct manner? Because it seems like it's almost like there's dark humor in there, but I wasn't picking it up. Like, I wasn't actually laughing at any of it. Now, what's crazy is there's a scene in that movie, and there's a reason why I brought it up. There's a scene in that movie where the part with the eyelids, Stanley Kubrick lied to that actor. He lied to him. He told him that he'd have a doctor on site that would help him with whatever. And that little eyelid thing that keeps your eyelids open, that's an actual medical device that he actually wore. And if you don't water your eyes, like, consistently, you will permanently go blind. That scene where he is screaming to make it stop, where he's begging him to turn it off and to take this thing off his face, that's real. Because one of those things, one of those little those little clasps scratched his cornea. And during the filming, whenever he was dropping water or whatever, I think it was saline or water or something, I forget what it was. The arms moved on him, and it scratched his cornea. And he said it was the single most painful thing he'd ever felt in his life, and he was unable to shoot the movie for 3 days afterwards, and he was taking painkillers, like heavy-duty painkillers, to make the headache stop, because it was already bad enough that his eyes were open for like 4 hours of filming. Ugh, imagine sitting there for 4 hours with your eyes open. And then at the end of it, these iron or as it is steel or iron things scratching your cornea. And your hands are bound to a chair and your eyes are forced open and everyone is told don't do anything. And you are just sitting there going through the same scene over and over and over and over and over again so that Stanley Kubrick can get his shot. So that, just like in Lord of the Rings where Aragorn kicks the helmet and he breaks his toe and he's screaming in pain. Yeah, that scene where in Stanley Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange where he is screaming his head off, please, please, please make it stop. Please take this off. I've learned my lesson. Please make it stop. That's real. He's begging Stanley to take this thing off after a conversation where he was like, can we please stop this? Like, that's a literal conversation of him begging Stanley Kubrick to make this stop, and that's the take that they put in the movie. Yeah. No thank you. I agree with the dancing monkey thing, but even I'm not that cruel. Even I'm not that cruel to make somebody sit there for hours as I destroy your eyesight. But yeah, no, I saw a little segment like 30 years later where he was talking about the movie, the actor, and he was talking about like how he scratched his cornea and now he was like self-medicating and drinking heavily and taking painkillers just to make he goes, his heartbeat would basically hurt his brain. He would have pain in his brain every time his heart beat. With that note, thank you all for hanging out tonight. It was a wonderful conversation. It was all over the board, and that's totally fine by me. I hope to see you all again very soon. Have a good night.